Hey now, CJ here with The Build Show, and today we're not just talking electrical like I normally talk, but we're going to actually specifically talk about point-to-point Wi-Fi, what it is, kind of how it works, and why you might need it. All right, guys. So what is this? Why? So I want to give you a little backstory. We're actually on a pretty big property. I think there's a couple thousand acres on this farm with 3 or 4 structures. The project has evolved a lot. But what we're getting at is, what is this equipment? This is kind of the beginning stages of what we're using point-to-point Wi-Fi to get signal cast throughout the property. And so how do these work? Why do I need them? Well, in most cases, your internet service provider, which is way down there on the pole coming into the property, goes to the main house first, right? The other 3 or 4 buildings on this property were not going to be here, and again, project evolved quickly. But most of the time when you're working with multiple structures, you're going to need an underground conduit and a physical wire going from point A to point B. Well, that's not always possible, and it's not always realistic. So that's where these bad boys come into play. The concept is, I'll explain real quick, is again, the main house is down there where our ISP comes in, our internet service provider, and there's a modem. And on the tippy top of the main house, they have an antenna similar to these that cast Wi-Fi direct to this. And then it's again hardwired from here into the other structure. There's another structure with another antenna. And again, they beam Wi-Fi signals. These things can go from mild for a couple hundred feet up to multiple miles if you have direct line of sight. This is the Ubiquiti brand. They are just antennas that are hardwired and require power on both ends. But I mean, the opportunities this opens up once you know it's available is pretty cool. So I'll take you throughout the property. I'll show you the other structures and just show you kind of the lay of the land. But point-to-point Wi-Fi, it's pretty cool. All right, guys, we're at the lower part of the property, right? In the distance up there, that was with the building I started on. We're at least 3,000 or 4,000 feet away from that first structure that I was standing on top of. So I just wanted to kind of give you an overall view of how big this estate is. And utilizing the point-to-point Wi-Fi is something that, again, saved a lot of trenching. No matter what, I'll start with, or at least slip in, that any hardwire connection when you're talking to like a network guy is going to be better, right? This isn't like a fix-all, everything's got to be wireless. But this is a great solution for what this estate needed, is multiple buildings, and I got the main house in the back. So I started the video with saying that our ISP, our internet service provider, comes in from the street to that power pole and then goes into the main house. And that's where our main modem is. And then from there, you can see there's a white roof jack that goes through the roof. And the antenna casting the signal out starts there. Hits the building over here, hits another barn, and then hits another structure up there. So it's pretty cool stuff. Point-to-point Wi-Fi is a great solution for an evolving or a long distance where you need that Wi-Fi signal but don't necessarily have the infrastructure to get it there.